Hey everyone, I'm your teacher Bilal Kurd, and in this video lesson, I'm going to go over the relevant syllabus content that you need to equip yourself with for paper 4. But before I actually dive down into the syllabus breakup, you all need to understand that this particular paper, is going to have two compulsory questions, with question number 1 focusing on the impact on a business of a strategy that had been taken already. So this question would be of a past tense question. So you'll already be given the data. What was the strategy? And pretty much what were the results? And you will be asked to evaluate. How was it useful? What went wrong? XYZ. Whereas question number 2 might ask you about different approaches that you can use to develop a certain business strategy. And it may also ask you to recommend amongst the two options. So for example, you're given option A and option B, and you're given different things such as decision trees and hands-off matrix and force field analysis and XYZ, and then you'll be asked to recommend one of the options that you consider the most viable for this business along with your reason. So as far as syllabus content is concerned, this is the particular breakup of the syllabus content. You can see that if you talk about unit 1, so there are different chapters: business strategy and corporate planning. So corporate planning and implementation, the chapters such as management of change, corporate culture, contingency planning, all these topics would somehow be intertwined with the information of the case. And you need to have an understanding of these sections because of the very fact that even though they may not feature as a separate question, but there would be hints. Like even if you talk about the specimen paper, there has been a hint of a merger or a takeover being done, which led to culture clash. So you should know what corporate culture really is and how to resolve such culture clashes and XYZ. Apart from that, business strategy, this particular section is of utmost importance, and it has these following topics. So you can see a question exclusively on approaches that is going to be featured in question number 2. And apart from that, these topics may have certain relevance for question number 1 as well. So approaches question would be question number 2. Alright, apart from that, there is a question in your book, Peter Stimson, that goes by the name Soda Cool. And in that's also a timeline based question, just like in March paper and the specimen paper. And it has an HR strategy to evaluate. So the topics, as you have seen, you need to equip yourself with these topics. Marketing strategy has been featured in March 2023 paper 42. You can check out my video on this particular section as well. And operation strategy and finance and accounting strategy. Now the data regarding finance and accounting strategy such as ratios are likely to be featured in your exam as well, because then again, if you talk about the impacts of a certain strategy, the impacts may be financial, and financial impact would involve the return on capital employed or the profitability ratios or the liquidity ratios. So in Ryan's form, the specimen paper case study, you can clearly see that in appendix 4, I guess, there is a certain set of financial information and financial measures of business performance. So make sure that you do go through these particular sections in your book in order to ace your paper 4. This is it. Thank you so much and happy learning.